Hey Rebels. Okay, so I did previously, as you can see, have started the read, and I thought to just go ahead and turn on the camera because obviously, there's this energy of, ew, I'm not quite sure what it is. Okay, obviously, so we have false narrative, abuse, and hello. There is someone who has been abusing your time, your space, your energy. I pray that they have not been physically abusing you, though mental abuse is just as bad, if not worse. Um, so I felt that it was very important to just go ahead and turn on the camera and involve you in this situation if this is indeed your situation, whether past tense, present, honey, and hopefully if it were to become future, that something in this message can give you some type of guidance to be able to avoid it, to be able to resist it, be able to see the flags, clock it, and immediately remove yourself from it. So behind the scenes, we have God's integrity as the overall energy and support animal or pet. Right, so I don't know if you need to cling on to a teddy bear through this read, or if you just have a comfort pet or something around you, or a spirit animal of yourself that you need to dip and dive into to be able to connect with this to secure yourself, right? But as well, we have shit out of luck. So SOL, shit out of luck. Hard head, soft ass. Look to the sky and the universe, but also we have 1611. Mindset creates reality. It is important that you stay grounded with understanding and remembering who you are throughout this read. I have a feeling that some of this may become triggering, and I also have to give you a disclaimer of educational purposes, entertainment purposes. Use your own discernment, for you are responsible for yourself, your choices, and your decisions. No one else controls you. You have all authority of yourself. Secure yourself how you need to. Secure yourself in the silence of your actions, because remember, silence speaks louder than words. As well, I would like to extend to you, do hold yourself accountable in the way that you may potentially see yourself showing up in this read. See yourself clearly and learn what it is that you can learn. But do not go around pointing fingers at anyone, accusing them, or trying to do an inspector gadget on behalf of yourself. Do what you need to do in the safety of yourself and in the safety and also disregard of others. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. All right, so there's false narratives of abuse. I now I'm feeling this energy of someone has ran and told others that you have been abusive towards them. And they want to be perceived as the nice guy. So, therefore, in order to be perceived as the nice guy, they need you to be seen as the villain. Going forward, you have work, labor, and effort. Rich guy. Third legs. Trust. And over here, mature man. And oh, baby. All right. Block. Twin flame. So this is someone who you felt that you had a connection with due to trauma bonding, trauma dumping, relatable experiences. You felt the connection of, because they've been through the things that you've been through, that they should be able to understand you clearly. There was a lot of transparency within your conversations with them, and they have more so over listened to what you have shared, paid attention to your behaviors, and have mocked them in so many ways. They have copied your excellence. They have also used and weaponized your past time of you abuse against you. This is not something that has been done in your face, but confirmation. If you have witnessed them speaking, not necessarily out of turn, but in disregards for things that you have shared with them and they have laid them out as if it was a joke, then you know exactly who it is that we are discussing today. Next row. But before we get to the next row, Spirit wants you to continue to trust your progress moving forward. So this is something that's either current or behind you, but Spirit wants you to realize what's in front of you. Twin flame, this is not what's in twin flame and block. Spirit would like for you to block this energy for the betterment of yourself. So it is that you are able to focus on whom it is that you are building and creating yourself to be. So you can have the peace and the stability of mindset to be able to put your forward focus towards what is actually most important, and that's your mental stability, your physical wellness, and your spiritual journey, your spiritual everything, your spiritual, etc., etc. We're gonna have to find a clear one-cut word for it, but the spiritual path, the spiritual journey entails so much. So we can't seem to take it all on all at once, because being here in this spiritual venture, we understand bits and pieces that collaborate with each other in order for us to see the bigger picture. So Spirit would really like for you to not focus so much on what's being said. With God's integrity back here, and support friends, support animals, support pets, with God's integrity back here, Spirit would like for you to continue and ante up your energy of having the integrity that you know your spirit has. Confirmation. So whether you believe in a higher power, whether you believe as I do that you are both, light and dark, you are both God and the devil, the only thing that can work against you, that will succeed, is you. So Spirit is saying, do not defeat yourself by giving this falsehood of how someone else is portraying you any attention. The proof is going to be in the pudding, and the proof is you. Don't dwell on it, because it will eventually show on the outside of how it's tearing you up on the inside. If you are to give this any attention, you know who you are. You know what you represent. You know what you've been about. You know even the kindness and the generosity that it is that you have given this person, that you have shared with this person, that you have guided the way and shown these people, if it's more than one. Continue to be yourself. Continue to focus on yourself, because I'm also getting this energy of, though you may have had plenty in life, this much that you are getting, that you are creating, that is, the responsibility of yourself, that is the obligation of yourself, that has been of your birth, of your creation. You have not experienced life the way that you are about to. You have not even experienced life in the past time the way that you are presently experiencing your level of peace. Do not let anyone come in and tear apart or tear down anything such as your peace, especially due to them wanting to be entertained by you, them wanting to be entertained by you by puppeteering and puppet mastering you. All right? So move in the integrity of the higher power. Move in the integrity of your higher being. Even if you feel that you are not quite there yet, even if you feel like you have more ways to go, remember, it starts from the core of you, and it's gonna venture out. It's gonna vibrate so hard through the flesh of your body, through the tone of your words, through the essence of you. So keep you intact. This is not as important as you once upon a time believed for it to be. And if you are currently in this situation, my prayers to you, I'm rooting for you, even if it seems as if you have no one else around you to care or to understand. Do understand. The rebels get it. We understand. We've been there. All right. And it's gonna, I promise you, it's gonna get greater later. But in order to know for a fact that it's gonna get greater later, you have to believe in the courage of yourself. Okay? Watch out for that arrogance. Remember, move in silence. All right, little by little, or bigger portions if you can. Take care of you and know that we're here. Next row. So then you have manifestation. Going back. Concern. Oh, divine masculine. Oh, we definitely got to get a third leg for that one. Can we have a third leg for divine masculine and concern? Poverty. So the one who has been, or the many who has been abusive to you, sees themselves in such a dominant character, and this is the way that they like to be perceived. Though internally, they don't feel that. Internally, they are full of every impoverished thought. They realize how others view them externally. They got the nice clothes. They may even have the car, and even if they don't have the car, they have the vehicle, the ability to be able to move around how they need to move around. They call in for favors. They are favored by others who are actually beneath them, and others as well who, when I say beneath them, I mean beneath them as far as appearance, right? But as well, they are engaged with the like-mindedness of those who seem to be beneath them, but they are on equal playing fields of mindset. So though this person look like they are a divine masculine, their internal is very impoverished, and their internal is full of chaos, paranoia. Their internal is also constantly scanning the room to see who is giving them the attention that they like, that they desire, that they want to be perceived as. That, if I could talk to that person and I get close to them, they can give me a level up because they seem so confident. And you just so happen to be one of those people who they felt your energy, your presence will give their overall appearance a level up. So their outwardly appearance can match with your energy. And so they not only did they present a facade to you, they live in this facade, and those around them may, not may, they coddle, they enable this person and all of their toxicity. They spoil them, and this person has not been held accountable. But due to you and you focusing on yourself, and you trusting that you focusing on yourself and staying within the lines of, staying in the realms of your dignity, staying in the realms of your higher power and your higher callings, integrity, you are exposing them if you are to move around. And I understand how that can be scary because, with shit out of luck here, hard head, soft ass, and the mindset of creating reality. Focus. This behind the scene message is in regards to them, but it's also in regards to you. Your mindset creates the reality. So do not move in fear. Do not move in the energy of that you owe them anything, because you have already cost yourself time. And prayerfully, during that time that you feel that you cost yourself, that you penalized your timeline with, prayerfully, you realize the lessons. And if you have not realized the lessons that needs to be learned, remember that it is harder to see what's happening when you're in a situation, and it's so much easier to be able to process what occurred when you are out of the situation, when you are no longer a part of the situation. So in suggestion, I would suggest that you do cord cuttings, and cord cuttings of the sense of any mutuals that you all may have. If you can let them completely go, let them completely go. No explanation needed, because you traumatize yourself even in giving explanation. And it may feel a little bit traumatizing not giving someone explanation because confirmation. You have to realize that you don't know who your support group is until they show up for you properly, until they are okay with understanding that you not giving them an explanation means that you just need time, means that you need to be able to process things before you start giving out any understanding or assumptions of what occurred. There is a lesson in itself. Anyone who cares will give you time to process and will not need or require an immediate answer from you. Because if they require an immediate answer from you, think about if you were to answer them now and you walked away, how often do you say, you know what, I should have said this, I should have said that, you know, I actually meant this, but instead I made it seem like I meant that. So that's why stepping away or removing yourself and other mutuals from your being, your ability to process is so important. And so you can actually see you, so you can actually hold yourself accountable, so you can actually learn how to safely protect yourself going forward if this energy is ever to attempt or show up in your presence, in your reality ever again. You owe nobody the time that you have left. Only those who you are willing to give it to will be the ones who get to experience it. And unfortunately, it's necessary for us to deal with to experience situations like this. It's necessary. Not saying that you deserve it, but it's necessary for the reasons of until you live it, you will never know what you are lining yourself up for, for the purpose of resenting. For the purpose of resisting is actually what I meant to say. But resenting, you can resent yourself. You may actually resent yourself in the measurement of why did you stay there so long? The reason why you stayed there so long, so let's clear up your resentment towards yourself real quick. The reason why you stayed there so long is because you were none the wiser about what was going on or this type of person or these type of people. So extend to yourself the forgiveness and understanding the reality of the consequences of the things that you stayed in that caused you to be in that place, even if you're reevaluating the situation, not even realizing that you have been abused. Spirit said, block it out. Now, back to the cord cutting. If you have mutuals that you cannot do complete cord cuttings with, you are still owed time to yourself to process what you have been through. And so you do not project onto them how they should feel, what they should think about it, how they should defend you, or if they your friend, if they care about you, then they will, dismiss this person or whatever the case may be. Because just like you only have control over yourself, just like you are only responsible for yourself, the same can be said for these people. And due to what it is that you have experienced that has been new, that has been reoccurrence with this energy, you need to take care of you. You need to evaluate you. You can only rescue you. You can only control the choices of yourself. So moving forward, what do we have? You have healer, health concerns, and for the third leg, you have Ice King. Oh, we got another one. Ice King clarified with intuitive Kev. All right. So you're doing great. You're going to do awesome if you have yet to get to this point. There is this energy of, as we just explained, you taking care of yourself, because it's not just about your physical health. It's about your mental health. It's about your spiritual health. It's about your beliefs, your morals, your principles, and your values, all getting themselves back into a fresh alignment. All right? Back into a fresh alignment. Because due to the understanding that you have experienced this. You now have a new perspective on life. You now have a new perspective on capabilities of not just others, but yourself. So forgiveness for you is very important. And this Ice King, the Ice King clarified with intuitive Kev. Others may feel that you are being cold-hearted or even a cold-hearted bitch or a cold-hearted motherfucker, whatever you want to call it. But to you, this is necessary. For you, this is necessary for you to go completely inward, for you to take care of yourself, for you to nurture yourself, for you to protect yourself, for you to recollect yourself and rekindle that union that you have with yourself of knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are appreciated, knowing that you are valued, knowing that everything that you could say any of these people tried to take from you or that you feel that they have taken from you has made space for you to be able to value and appreciate yourself better and more than what you had prematurely before. Okay? So hard head, soft ass, soft tail. Spirit said, either you listen, you learn to understand, and most importantly, learn to understand you, or you're going to find yourself oftentimes being shit out of luck, being so forgiving towards others. Though you can give them your forgiveness, you don't have to say it to them. I would suggest don't say it to them. I would suggest that if they did come to you in a conversation that you could not avoid, listen and listen with those learning ears that you now have. Okay? Moving forward, or the soft head, the hard head, soft ass, soft tail can be towards you just as equally as well. I'm not sure if I said that, but this can go either way. It can definitely be towards them. Let them come back and try to fuck with you again, try to mess with you again, try to sweeten things up for you. They are going to experience a whole different side of you, and that side of you is going to put them even deeper in an energy of poverty within their internal selves, because your silence will make them so curious in a sense of them trying to figure out, them going manic in the brain, trying to figure out what did they show or what is it that they exposed of themselves that they didn't realize that helped you to change. And so this change is not just for you. This change is in regards to them too. It's like a ripple effect. Okay? But most importantly, we're not talking to them. We are concerned about you. We love you. We are here for you. Myself, your spirit guides, your ancestors, the entities and the deities that service your higher good. Right? They want the best for you. Archangels, the universe, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, and the Most High. Right? Love yourself because you are loved and you are appreciated. And just as I'm saying that I'm here for you, do understand that your spirit is always there, awaiting you, just waiting on you to align even more with it. Okay, so you're not alone. You're confident. Just live it. All right. And then we have Starseed and flipping over false. So yes, check those documents, check those references. Because here with false, you have mentally unstable, mentally and emotionally unstable, mentally and emotionally unstable. I can never seem to get that right, but we gonna get it right. So let me stop saying never, because what they say never, because it's always possible. Watch your words towards yourself. Be careful of the words that you register for yourself. So the down talking yourself, well, they, even that belief of, well, if they felt that I was if even though they felt that they had the right to do something about it must have been true. They tried their damnness to convince you and persuade you, and yeah, for a temporary point in time, and maybe for a long temporary point in time in your life, it was believable because you felt the same way. If they treating me like this, then it must be true, especially since that it matched your feelings and those hard feelings that you felt of pain, of agony, of feeling like you're boxed in a corner and a cat trapped in the corner. And your outburst in emotions because you were not given chance, you were not given the opportunity to process, to think, to evaluate yourself and what it is that you wanted for yourself. You were shown so much in life and in this situation that it was more important for you to please them, and just and so you can have a little bit of measurement of peace, just and so you can have a little bit of collaboration, just and so at some point someone who abused you so much will reward you with the kind word for a momentary feel of affection or even seemingly intimacy. And it was a very violating intimacy that they were giving you because they were stringing you along and creating you to be something that they knew was going to be a challenge to convince you that you were and that you were not. So go through your documents, shred those ideas that you had of yourself. I don't care if this is your day one. This is your day one person. I don't care if this is a family member. I don't care who it is. Know yourself. Anything that your body yearns for, and I mean your spiritual body yearns for and desires to have better in life of yourself. Give that energy towards yourself because obviously you desiring for betterment of them, you have no control over. And they can continue to be resistant and they can continue to breadcrumb you and string you along and tell you and show you that how hard you got to work to earn something that has never shown up in its completion, even though that they've shown whatever they want, they go for and they go after. But and you have yet to realize that they didn't want you. They didn't want you in your authentic happiness, in your authentic way of being. They didn't want to see you in your higher self way of being. Because anytime that you get seen to share something with them or wanted to just share in a light or a reward or a good energy with them, they said something slight or they did something to compromise the way that you thought, the way that you felt, even your energy was no longer in peace. And they did their damnness to break you down to pieces. So I am blessed and I am happy and I am so grateful with all gratitude that you've made it to this point of this message to know better of yourself, to even be willing to listen, to apply, to learn, to see it of yourself, to invest those better words and ideas of yourself. All right, so watch your words. Watch how you talk to yourself. Realize that every word has multiple meanings. Realize that every individual word, depending on the surrounding words, as we call it, the support words, can actually turn into a whole nother defined definition and ways of explanation, as well as ways of contradiction, as well as ways of persuasion to knock you down, to confuse you. So caution yourself of how you talk to yourself, especially how you talk to yourself due to somebody else's persuasion of how they viewed you. Speak to yourself the way that you want to know yourself. They're already messed up. The fact that they were willing to do this to you proves how miserable, how messed up, how impoverished of a mindset they have. Because for them to feel powerful, they needed to abuse you. For them to feel powerful, they need to surround themselves with others who are in forms of reactive abuse, who are just as toxic as them, who are just as flashy as them, and showboating and covering up, and they know each other's secrets. Keep your secrets to yourself. Move in your direction. Be who you are destined to be. Okay, Spirit, which way are we going? So we're going here. All right. Let's see. And it says, the pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So you know more about yourself than you ever have had the space and understanding to be able to share with others. They didn't care to have those conversations with you because they did not know how to dive deep in depth with knowing how to get those details from you, or not even caring about those details of you. So don't feel like you gave them your all, or that you've completely exposed yourself to be vulnerable. There is so much about you that their maturity level, their perceived intellect, they have no clue of how to have certain conversations. So you were never allowed nor permitted to be able to engage in to those deep dive conversations with you. So they actually missed out on being able to experience you and your greatest potentials and your greatest presence and your greatest qualities. Their conversations was more so surface level and tactical, right? So know that, and believe that. So then you have love maker, and these are all for you, okay? Love maker, love, give, receive, and be, honey. This woman, let me show you this. This woman is having a good old time, okay? With herself, right? So I don't know if you have friends, if you have other companions, honey. You got us. You got the rebels, all right? Still growing this community, but I also know that my readings are timeless and that those who these readings are intended for, it can be very painful to even listen to the beginning of my reads, as well as it can be very triggering because my reads are more so for the energies of people who have found themselves avoidant and are tired of being avoidant. So even if you get to a certain point in any of my reads and you're like, you know what, let me click off, it's too much. It's fine. Come back when you're ready. It's perfectly fine. Because I didn't get to the place that I'm at mentally by being willing to listen the first time. It took a couple of several times. It took a couple of several years. Okay? So love on yourself. Love on yourself. Then you have teacher, learn, upscale, education, prepared. And with the owl right there, yeah, your wisdom, your pain, your happiness, the sadness, your remorse, all of it is a part of the lesson. So let's get you, let's see, medium, consult with yourself. And then you got love was a honey, unite with yourself. And the awakener, be with yourself. And at the bottom, you got the poet, scribe. The beautiful person that you are, there is so much that you can share, but you have to start with knowing how to share with yourself. Let's get you a number for you to screenshot up. 333, support. Oh, let me move my thumb. So screenshot that, read that for yourself, and love on yourself. Smile in the mirror. Appreciate yourself. Have those good cries in the mirror too. See through the depths of your soul and appreciate you. And thank yourself for still being here. And thank yourself for remaining in all your capabilities to continue to be strong. Now it's time for you to celebrate you and nobody else. Take care of yourself, Rebels. Go make your life do what it needs to do for you, hon. Go, Rebels.